Hello, everybody, and welcome to the patch 4.1 Week 4 EU GITCG tournament. I'm your host for today, Sumi, and joining me on the desk is a new face. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Toji. I am a member of the Kikiam event team and a newcomer to the GITCG casting team.
Welcome, Toji, and since it is your first time, let's start today off with a little bit of fun trivia. What is your favorite deck and why?
I haven't heard about a lot of decks, but my favorite is definitely Bin right now, just because I really love Barbara and I really love Ito, and Noelle is okay for me, but I really love Barbara.
I mean, that's a fair reason to like a deck. But, bin players in the tournament, what format do they need to go through to win?
The format for today is that players will be locking in with one deck and doing 5 total rounds, each one matching players with similar win rates. The player who goes undefeated will receive $10 of in-game purchases.
Yes, that's correct. And on top of that, the players that do well in 2 tournaments also have a chance to participate in our Majors tournament at the end of the patch from November 3rd to 5th. Something to note is that Week 5 will be a break week to give the people in the Majors a chance to cook up some delicious specialty dishes in preparation for the tournament. So, another thing about Majors is that we give big prizes for our winners. The winner of each region will be able to get $50 worth of in-game purchases, but the losers, you will never hear from them again, because we're banishing them to the Shadow Realm. Very scary place, that.
No one would like to be sent to the Shadow Realm.
I've heard it's very purple. But with that all being said, jumping into our first game, what do we have here?
Looks like we have Binzu going with Bin.
Yes, ooh, there's a Tubby engine being played. I wonder who that player is. Can't see the name tags yet. It will be... Ooh, it's Agent EC versus Shenhe SC. Very classic matchup. We see this a lot during 4.0. And 4.1. And 3.8.
Seems like that has been sitting around for quite a long time.
Yeah, they're like very popular decks. They're quite generically strong. Oh, that's some very nice dice. Binzu with a pretty high roll turn 1. Perhaps going for the Ocean Summon Swap Oz, or maybe considering a 5-cost Tubby into... Yes, it is a 5-cost. And summoning George too! Let's go, George wins games. Man, I love George. It's been so long since I've seen him. My beloved.
I'm gonna be honest, who's George?
Oh, you don't know the glory of His Majesty George.
I'm sorry, I have not met His Majesty.
Looks like, yeah, Binzu is swapping to official. I'm expecting a Tubby into Warp Pass. Does opt to do so. Unluckily for Shin, it doesn't appear they have a Liu Su, so we'll have to delay the Shenhe burst by an extra action, but it should be fine. Probably just going to skill and end, although Live and Pass is also an option. See what they opt to do.
It all depends on what cards Shin has here, right?
It does indeed depend on what cards Shin has. We can't see their hand. We'll have to find out. Oh, they're really thinking about it. Maybe they have really cringe dice and are considering tuning to skill, or if they done normal would work.
What if they have very cringe dice and very good cards?
That's true. Like, they're really thinking about this. The big thunk.
Anticipation to see what cards they have.
The suspense is building up. The timer ticking down. What shall Shin do with their last action? Do they skill? Do they normal? Do they ramp and pass? Do they pass on 3?
Do they secretly have 2 cards and cast Shinho Burst right now?
Oh, they did tune. There's a skill coming out, okay. Wonder what that card was. They were really thinking about it. Perhaps it was like a Lotus, or maybe a Vonarana or something. I guess their hand is just really good.
Maybe it really was a terrible dice and good card scenario.
Scrooge. And Shin did get an SC on Binzu, so we'll start shipping down at his health. Piercing damage is unblockable by shields. Binzu will start first though, so we'll guarantee an electric charge reaction on Shenhe by summoning Oz.
Not quite as good as last round's dice rolls though.
That's true. Like, got not enough Electro, so we'll have to tune too. Yeah, Tubby's gone. And there's the Oz. There we go. Classic Ocean Official start.
How many summons already?
Oh, that is, yeah, you're right. That's a full board of summons. And it looks like Shin cringed a bit on dice. Forced to use a Bestis. We'll skill again. That Bestis also implies that Shin, like, had 0 cryo, so we'll have to tune again in order to burst.
Binzu might have gotten more unlucky this round, but it seems like Shin hasn't gotten any luckier.
I mean, Sealy did go off, so he drew some tuning fodder cards.
Oh, I see.
And then Binzu's swapping an agent. I believe what he's trying to do is tune to probably like an agent skill, so he can get a Vaporize and an Electro Charge end phase. Oh, there's the Bestis. Probably just drew that from the Sealy. Or maybe they just drew 2 Bestis end phase. We'll never know.
Well, Binzu really thinking about what card to play here.
Yeah, maybe like deciding what to tune in the downtime, if they do decide to go for agent skill. Could also choose to put Lucky Dogs on someone and need Hash Brown as well, that would work too. Ooh, send off? Probably Oz? Yeah, that's unlucky. Shin just denies Binzu an Electric Charge end phase.
No,
Are they gonna end turn here? It's an option, if they have like Live In, it's not even the worst play imaginable. Because you'll be guaranteed an Electro Charge no matter, Super Connect no matter what you do, and then... No, okay. We'll just 2-1 and burst. Their hand is getting really empty though, only 3 cards left. And Binzu does go for the tune, and Agent Talent as well. So we get a Vaporize, which will... Ooh, Shenhe dies end phase. Alright, Binzu with an early advantage over Shin.
Both players are very low on cards right now, though.
Yeah, that's true. They've been forced to tune a lot. Dice have been rather cringe.
Bad dice rolls. The bane of every TCG player.
I mean, that's why tuning is a thing, to make it so fast dice rolls are slightly less bad.
Let's see how many cards they can sacrifice at the end of this.
Oof. Quite a lot of damage Binzu is taking, but I think you'd much rather be in Binzu's place. You're up a character. 12, 17... Surprising enough though, Shin actually has a 1 HP advantage.
Yeah, Binzu might have cards advantage, but there's a lot more damage spread out among their characters.
That is for sure true. Although, I feel like against characters like Chongyun, who can threaten like 5 damage skills, you would much rather have 3 characters to spread it out across than 2 healthier ones. It makes it much harder for them to lethal you.
True. This time's rolls are quite nice for Binzu in terms of
That
dice.
is true, like, it's Hydro and Electro when you want to reset the summons, and also even a little Paradise in there if you want to do an Agent Normal or something along those lines.
I wonder if Shin's gotten any of Binzu's dice luck this round.
Ooh, didn't need to tune for that, so they managed to get at least 3 cryo. That's pretty good. Binzu will reset Agent skill, apply some power on there. Unluckily enough, though, Binzu was forced to tune their star signs earlier, so can't do Ito star signs burst on official. Shin choosing to swap to Raiden. Binzu with no Pyro dice left, though. Wonder what he'll do. Perhaps choose... Okay, does choose swap official. Probably just going to set up Oz for the reaction end phase.
Electric charge. Honestly, feels like the agent might be dying soon, though.
Yeah, Agent will get lethal to end phase for piercing damage. So Binzu would want to end on Agent. Probably going to summon Oz and just swap back and let Agent tank summons. Or perhaps Sumeru City, Lotus swap Agent, that way Agent can tank both summons, and then you leave with Ocean Official to finish off. Shin's also an option.
So many cards that don't require any dice. Wonder which one will be played.
Shin is really thinking on what to do here. I think, like, you don't want to summon Raiden's skill again because it's already up, but you also kind of don't want a normal attack.
What if Shin just simply has no dice once again?
Ah, it does just normal attack to lethal, okay. And what shall Binzu do here?
Does this mean that Binzu's going to be having one card by the end of this round?
Ah, that is if Binzu decides to tune in burst, which, like, I don't think is the best play to do here. Okay, we'll go Oceanid. At Sumeru City, yeah, Itos you don't need to tune. Oh wait, now you have more dice than cards, so you still have to tune. Oh, that's so lucky. Yeah, tune 1. And then Lucky Dog skill? No, we'll just skill, okay. And we'll end the turn by Lotus Swap Agent to tank all the summons. Ocean Burst next round? Oh, that works too. Get rid of the Shenhe summon so you deny the Electro Charge with Send Off. Yeah, very smart. And that Lotus will just soak up the damage, yeah? Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty big. Fast swap Adeptus. If Shin swaps Chongyun, fast swap Adeptus burst, you're down a Chongyun. But if Shin stays Raiden, fast swap Ancient first also threatens lethal there as well. Pretty big.
Good roll for Binzu. Though, definitely not as good now that the electro dice are pretty useless.
Oh, that's unlucky. That Superconduct is going to force Agent to take lethal. Because Pierce Stealth does not block piercing damage. Agent at a 1 HP. Fresh Wind and Freedom too. It's over.
Bye-bye, Agent.
Bye-bye, Agent. Yup. And then as long as Shin has at least one cryo, just tunes their entire hand skills again, and that's game. It'd be really funny if they didn't have enough dice. Okay, no, they did.
And that's game.
GG's to Shin. It looked like early on Binzu managed to get a little bit of a lead by lethaling Shenhe at round 2 or 3, but then Shin managed to fire back, getting Agent to extremely low HP, denying Binzu the chance to use Ito Burst and managing to clean him up.
Big congrats for winning the first round.
Yes. So this is a game that I would expect considering how advantaged Binzu look early, but I suppose that's the nature of card games. You just draw better sometimes. Very nice playing though.
Yeah, I was really thinking that Binzu would win near the start of the game.
Right? Like, me too. Like, you're down a character so early against a summon deck, which can do big damage end phase, and like, you also have to face down an Agent first. I thought it was, like, it was over, but Shin, like, managed to deny that burst, which kind of essentially made it so he was up 5 HP, because that burst never went off. And then Chongyun just had more base damage than both Ocean and Fischl, so managed to take them down.
Yeah, the moment Fischl died, it was looking very bleak for Binzu.
Yeah, like, wasn't able to chip the end phase. That's send-off, though, round 2, on the Oz. I think that also made it so Shin took a lot less damage, forcing Binzu to swap back to Fischl earlier than he probably would have wanted.
No Fischl right.
No
Shin's
Oz.
on the field.
A reactionless deck is not very good, surprise, surprise.
Who would have thought in a game with a lot of reactions, if you don't use any of them, you might be in trouble.
Exactly. Who would have thunk, though? Who would have Yai thunk that a reactionless deck was bad?
I really wonder what decks we'll be seeing in the next round. I'm really curious, honestly, because I haven't seen that many decks since I'm not that big on the TCG community, so I'm really curious to see all the different types of cards that will be here.
Something I'm a little bit surprised about though is the lack of Wanderer usage. Now that I'm looking at the deck list, when 4.1 first released, I think like 30% of decks were Wanderer Shenhe double Anemo, and now there's only one in the tournament. So that's a little bit surprising. I would have thought it had a higher usage rate.
Honestly, I would have expected Wander to have a higher rate as well, considering, I mean, this is from main game, but Wander absolutely is dominating main game when they first came out. But, I mean, nowadays we don't really hear about Wander too much in main game either, I feel like. So, maybe Wander is just doomed to be super amazing and then fall off.
Potentially, maybe. Although Shenhe is still retaining her extremely high usage rate, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. Shenhe will be Shenhe.
Shenhe domination, a good day for the Shenhe fans. And, well, less like a good day, more like good several patches.
That's so true. I was expecting a nerf for the longest time, but apparently we have a replay from round 1. I wonder what decks will be used here. Exciting stuff.
Well, seems we have Lyric and Never Punished for our second round.
Ooh, Lyric, our resident Diona DPS enjoyer, and Never Punished playing NEC, the Oceanid Fischl variation. Let's see what they have for us today. I believe this is Lyric starting hand, playing Paimon. Okay, that's a card that's been falling in terms of usage rate, because players generally prefer other terms of ramp, but still pretty strong, providing 2 Omni dice for 2 turns after being played. Although the initial investment of 3 dice is quite a lot.
Maybe Lyric will just some bad dice and be able to use the Paimon, but seems like pretty decent rolls here.
That is that's some dice, alright. Almost got another Electro too. Would have had near perfect dice round 1.
Somehow I'm not sure Paimon will be used today.
Yeah, I'm expecting Lyric to do Sour Skill and Liu Xiu swap Shenhe, and then whether or not he'll choose to skill or just play Paimon is up for debate. Oh, okay, play Sealy. So won't be able to Liu Xiu swap, perhaps just like Liu Xiu Paimon instead. That's also an option. Or Liu Xiu swap on Arana. All of those could work.
I wish we would be able to see what's happening on that side, because it always feels like whenever I see people that I can't see the cards and dice of taking their time, I always think, oh, do they have bad dice? That's the first thought that crosses my mind.
Mao Engine on the side of Never Punished. Okay, that is that's something. I think like Chef Mao is a card that I've actually been seeing used a lot more now after people are experimenting with Dunyazard. What Dunyazard does is she's a companion support card. She costs 1 dice to play, and once per turn, Dunyazard will reduce the cost of playing another companion card by 1 dice. And after you play a companion card, Dunyazard will also tutor you another random companion card in your deck.
Oh, I see. And what does Chef Mao do?
So Chef Mao, what he does is when you play a food card, he gives you 1 random elemental dice, and the first time you play food, he also gives you another random food card.
I see. A lot of cards. That's a lot of cards.
Yeah, I really want to know if Never Punished is running Dunyazard Engine, or if perhaps they're just running Chef Mao individually. That would be something to take a peek at.
Pretty unfortunate rolls this time.
Oh, that's true. I mean, like, you can't have good luck all the time. That'd just be unfair.
Rainbow dice. It's okay. At least it's pretty.
True. Never Punished, going to do the 5 cost 7. Looks like they got good dice this turn. Lyric tuning a Lotus Crisp. Yeah, I'm just gonna go skill. And I'm like 90% sure Lyric is just going to Paimon live and pass. Or Paimon pass, maybe swap and let Panorama eat the remaining dice. Because like you can't really do anything with only 3 cards in hand. and 6 unusable.
I guess the luck from round 1 and round 2 really balance each other out.
That's true.
Oh,
Ooh.
full force
Full board summons, yeah. And also gonna replace the Vanorana with Liben.
Both sides with so many cards on the field right now.
And Never Punish going to Liben as well to eat the 2 remaining dice they have. That is a lot of damage on Leoric's side. That would be 8 damage because it's a double Electro Charge, so Sara will be left with just 1 HP. Ooh. That hurt.
Holding on, just barely.
On the bright side though, they will have 12 dice coming into this round. And Shenhe Burst is up. They've also managed to draw King Squire, so it's like they have a way of coming back, but I feel like they gotta do it soon. Never Punished characters are so high HP, right? And like your Sara is almost dead. They're gonna do another EC reaction end phase, and like Nahida can also set up her seeds. If Leoric wants to win this round, they have to start doing damage this turn.
That is a terrifying amount of Omni dice.
That, yeah. Oh, that's a Cryo Res. Alright, and also I haven't lost yet. That could be pretty huge. This could be a big turn for Leoric. He is now Never Punished this turn, though.
They did draw another Liben, but somehow looking at their dice, I'm not sure if they're going to be using that.
Yeah, I also don't think there's enough time for Leoric to use that second Liben.
That is true, that is true.
Sweet Madame, alright. Well, it's like 2+2 dice and 1 HP worth of healing. That's pretty value. You take those. Never Punish plays Toss Up. Cringed on dice, by the looks of it.
The Chef Mao, they ate food and then both of them procced, so does that mean they got 2 cards of food, or?
It only applies when the first time you eat food, and they've eaten the Lotus Crisps last round.
Oh, I see.
So it would have been just the dice.
Okay.
George, my beloved! Also, that's 10 damage! That's big damage. Shen has gone. Oh no.
Terrifying.
Oh, Gamblers too, okay. There's the burst. That's so much damage.
Going into the Shadow Realm.
That's actually so much damage. What shall Leoric swap to? Will be Diona, alright. King Squire, and that'll be a 1-cost skill, okay. There it is, that's a talent card. We'll give Diona a little bit of HP to play with.
Do you think there might be a chance for a comeback on Leoric's side with their cards?
No. I don't think so. Cause look at all of the summons that Leoric has to deal with end phase, and Nahida just swapped on, which will be a 5-cost skill, which will apply Seeds of Skanda to everyone. Right? And Leoric is guaranteed to take at least 8 damage end phase on their active character. And if they stay on Diona, if they're going to do the Gambler's Covenant Ito play, Diona will take 10 damage end phase. More actually, because there'll be a Hyper Bloom reaction. I don't think Leoric has the HP to win.
Yeah, after that Shenhe loss, looking very, very bleak.
Yeah, there's the 5-cost skill. And Leoric with no dice remaining is forced to stay on Diona to just eat the brunt of all of that summon damage.
There's so many cards on the field this round, just in general. Ah.
Ooh, Gambler's reset. I forgot to play Liben though, so we'll get the dice. But yeah, no, there's those are the Seeds of Skanda. Sara's gone. Ocean gets their Gambler's proc. So Liben will be fed. Oh, that's so much damage. Oh my god.
Well,
And George didn't attack either. That would have been 12 damage at end phase. That's so much.
Seems the Shenhe defeat, the Shenhe kill really set Lyric back there.
Yeah, I think like Lyric, after Diona got full equipped, there was potentially a chance, but unfortunately by that point, Never Punished already did so much damage with their summons during turns 1 and 2 that Lyric like really struggled to make up that HP difference.
Yeah, even with Diona being so set up, they just didn't have enough HP with Sarah being at 1 HP.
Yeah, like their characters were already so low from all of those summons, and like they still had an entire wave to deal with, and Nahida as well was applying seeds. That is, I mean, I think that really proves why NEC is so strong though. It's just like there's so much damage coming out, and it's unavoidable too.
Honestly terrifying looking at the amount of cards that are just on the field that entire time. For most of the game, I think Never Punishing had like at least 3, if not like consistently 4 summons.
Yeah, I think like another potential problem though is that Lyric doesn't have big single target damage. Like the most damage they'll do is Lyric with Diona with King Squire will do 3 on a skill, which like, sure, but your reaction only gives you +1, right? So it's like you do 4 damage on a skill maximum. Maybe 5 if you have Shenhe stuff set up, right? But like you need that set up, and like you also need the Sara's Crow Feather. Really tough to break through.
Yeah, they were able to set up the 4 damage on Oceanid, but it was just too late in the game at that point.
Yeah, too little, too late. I think with that being said though, since it looks like we're done with games for round 1, we're gonna just take a short little break to refresh and recharge ourselves, and we'll see you again in round 2. And welcome back, everybody, to round 2 of our EU Weeklies. For our match here, we have Martin Z versus Squibble. Martin playing the rather standard and very safe but strong Shenhe SC, and Squibble going a little bit off meta, playing a Ganyu Shenhe Zhongli deck. Not sure what they're planning with that. Maybe it's some, what is it called? Some Lithic Spear 3 Lira sauce. That could be interesting to see. Going to just start off with the standard stuff on Martin Z's side. Just going to set up the skill and then Shenhe's skill most likely. Need an SC end phase, get energy on Shenhe to start funneling. Where's Squibble? Not quite sure what they're planning. Perhaps just Ganyu skill, set up that shield, and the next turn do a charge attack, empowered by Shenhe. Still thinking about it. Then we got cringe dice, need a 2 and a card. Ooh, Golden House. Okay, that's sauce. King Squire as well. Perhaps using a skill. The skill is 1 cost, I believe, due to King Squire's effect. What shall they do? Ganyu does skill. Apply some prog at the shield. Martin Z will respond with a skill in turn. Get some energy. Can superconduct end phase perhaps, if Squibble doesn't swap off. Squibble just ending with Libin, being their last remaining dice, and end turn. There we go. And SC on side of Martin Z will start shipping down at Squibble's health. Here come the dice.
That's my favorite part of a card game.
Exactly, it's the gambling simulator. And it looked like Martin Z did not win. Oof, no dice fixes in hand too, we'll be forced to tune.
Very yummy card, very yummy dice colors today, but doesn't seem like the right colors for their deck.
Yeah, it's like, Martin Z has like a purple and white deck, this is like some green, some yellow in there, some red.
Very yummy colors.
Not quite what they're looking for. You know, those colors can make a burger, you know? You have, like, the green for the lettuce, the red for the tomatoes, and then the brown is, like, for the buns, and maybe some french fries and ketchup on the side as well. Not sure what the white is yet.
Maybe the white can be the sesame seeds.
Ooh, maybe. Or, like, maybe, like, some type of soft drink. Maybe, like, Sprite, I guess. I think Sprite is white.
Technically, it would be clear.
Yummy dice. Makes me want to eat a burger right now.
No actual burger patty in those dice, though.
That's true. Maybe it's a vegetarian burger.
I think it's just a sandwich at that point.
But, like, who makes sandwiches with, like, the round sesame buns, you know?
That is fair. It's a burger, but without the burger.
Yeah, it's the burger without the patty.
Maybe we could have a grilled chicken sandwich, that's true.
I wouldn't mind a grilled chicken sandwich.
Maybe the Omni dice, the white is just the chicken.
Oh yeah, chicken is white, that is true. Google also running Tenacity. Okay, it looks like this is some type of spell deck. Swapping to Zhongli. I would have expected a charge attack on Ganyu, but perhaps they didn't have the cryo dice. Martin Z will just normal Shenhe to charge up that final bit of energy, and I think they'll also be forced to tune 2 in order to burst, which is not ideal.
Feels like both sides have gone pretty unlucky with the dice this round, seeing how it's playing out.
Yeah, but like Zhongli, after being hit, now has a passive activated, so has at least one Geo. If they 5-cost skill here, we'll get 2 shield plus a crystallize and do a sizable chunk of Shenhe's HP. And then maybe with the last remaining dice, I suppose you can swap back to Ganyu or something.
Well, Scribble definitely has much less cards to tune with if they needed. Oh.
Yeah, it does use a 5-cost. And now I think Martin Z will just burst. Tune 2, so like get the double summon up, you'll do 4 damage end phase, a little bit of piercing on top of it. Oh, like, it's okay, but tuning is a bit sad.
It feels like we've been on a trend of good dice round 1, and then absolutely terrible dice round 2 with all of our players.
That's true. Something I want to point out about Squibble's deck is that like they're cooking. They are running a full weapon package deck. They even have Master Zhang in there, which people very rarely play. Running 2 King Squire, 2 Lithic Spear, 2 Moon Piercers, 2 Unseen Razors, and also 2 Master Zhang on top of 2 Golden House. They're going for it.
Some of those cards I haven't even heard of before, honestly. Oh, 20-second timer.
Ooh, yeah. And that is the deck I'm talking about. It's Squibble's deck on the right side of the screen. Like, just, I think at least half of that has to be dedicated to weapons. There's just so much of it in there. That does mean, though, that they're sacrificing a lot of action card space. You can see they're not running Leave It To Me, they're not running, like, Changing Shifts. Not running that much food either, just 2 Lotus Crisps and a bit of Mushroom Pizza. This deck is entirely dedicated to just equipping people with weapons and smacking them. No dice fixers too, that would explain why they cringed so much.
6 weapons feels like some very strong cooking here. Oh, 7.
Ooh, yeah, the time.
Ticking down. Last 3 seconds they managed to pull off a move before they got cooked by the timer.
Yeah, we'll just send off the Zhongli summon. I mean, it's not the worst use of 2 dice, like, at least you did something with it. But Zhongli summon only does 1 geo damage end phase, right? It's not like it even applies aura. Shen is on 3 HP. I feel like you could have just tanked it, and then save your send-off for Shenhe summon.
True.
Dice, they did keep Electro. Are they trying to perhaps Raiden burst this round?
Fairly average dice rolls this time. Not yummy.
But yeah, Chibi will help out the give an extra Omni. Does swap over. It looks like Martin Z is trying to Raiden burst this round.
What's Raiden's burst do?
So Raiden's burst, what it does is that it will do 3 damage base, although it will be increased by 1 if summon is up, and also by 1 every stack of her passive, which she can get by having other characters burst, and it will also give every character except herself 2 energy.
Oh, I see. Oh, I mean, if she uses burst here, then Shenhe also gets her burst charged up then?
Yeah, but Shenhe burst is already up. I think what he's going for is getting Chong burst. Because, like, you're nearing the end game, right? You need something to go through Zhongli, who is tenacity equipped. He's a really chunky boy.
Chunky boy defeated by the Chongyun.
Very chunky boy. And, like, maybe, like, a reset on Shenhe burst, you don't really complain about it. I do believe that's also a Adeptus in the hand of Martin Z. So, like, you Raiden burst, Chongyun will be one off of burst, and then Cryo Res could make him one-shot the Shenhe and Ganyu, and then you save Adeptus Burst in order to finish off Zhongli to win the game. Believe that's his thought process right now, although we'll have to see as the game goes on.
Much thinking going on right now. Timer's almost over.
Yeah, lots of thinking. Squibble just plays the Golden House to stall for a little extra time. Are they thinking of like perhaps doing a skill or tuning for normal? They gotta do it soon. Okay, swaps to Zhongli at the end of the day.
The 3 seconds, last second switch.
Yeah, there we go. This is a normal attack. We'll get rid of the tenacity, and we'll also do a little bit of damage because Shenhe 7 also enhances physical damage. What shall Zhongli do here? Raiden first will do 3 base, 4, 5, 6, because of Superconduct as well. So Zhongli, if he 5 costs, will be left on 2 HP. So we'll also need to swap off so summons don't kill. Okay, just goes Ganyu to tank. Very fair. There it is. That's the burst. Bonk. Not a very healthy Ganyu.
Yeah, Squibble's side in general, the HP is pretty low all around.
Like the HPs are relatively low, but Shenhe summon is also going to wear out next turn. If I was in Squibble's place, I would just sacrifice her in order to feed my Libin. Okay, send off. That's fair. Ganyu will now live on 1 HP, which will force Martin Z to waste a little bit of extra dice in order to take her out.
Ganyu survives to see the light of day before being sent to the Shadow
Ganyu
Realm.
will live to see another turn.
Will Ganyu be sent to the Shadow Realm next turn, though?
I would say yes, because looking at Martin Z's hand right now, there is currently a Gambler's. So you could just Gambler's normal onto Raiden, right? And then after that, I don't know, can't do anything, but you can also choose to use Skill, which would force Squibble to stay on Ganyu for an extra turn. A lot of things you could do. You could also just skill and then like bait Squibble into doing a Ganyu charge attack to finish off Shenhe. And then after that you could do Gambler's Wind and Freedom normal to finish off Ganyu into a burst. That is an option you can go for. We'll just swap Chongyun now though, okay, with changing shifts.
Thinking about it, who to switch to?
Yeah, it really is thinking about it.
They did their Shenhe Burst removed, but it seems like they'll be switching to Chongyun.
Yeah, Chongyun's skill should do 4, because it's 3 base, plus 1 extra due to Icicles. Martin Z, are you running Leave It to Me? Because there is a really funny play he could have done, which is Gambler's Wind and Freedom normal attack on Ganyu, which would have procced Seele, and if he was a gambling man, he would have gotten Leave It to Me, allowing him to fast swap into Chongyun. Aw, no, but then he's 1 off burst. Never mind, that play wouldn't have worked. I'm a liar. I'm a filthy liar.
So we just want to see the gambling happen.
I just want to see the gambling happen.
No gambling today.
Oh, there's the Master Zhang we were talking about earlier. And Lithic Spear 2. Giving Zhongli 3 shields. How Lithic Spear works is that it will cost 3 dice to play. It will make your character do 1 extra damage on everything. And it will also give you 3 shields, 1 for every Lyra character. Up to 3 shields, my bad. 1 shield for every Lyra character currently in your deck.
Does that mean with the tenacity it's 6 shields?
Should be 5, because tenacity gives 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It'll be tenacity giving 2, and the Lithic will give 3 shield, 1 for Zhongli, 1 for Shenhe, 1 for Ganyu. What will Martin Z do now, though?
Big thinking.
It is Squibble's turn, though. Ah, there we go. Just gonna Ganyu skill. I think if you're Martin Z, you just Gambler's Win and Freedom skill, which would, with Lethal Ganyu, it will bring Shenhe down to 4 HP, and then you can skill again, get another Gambler's reset. And I don't believe Zhongli can lethal. I can't remember how much his skill does on base. I think it's 3. Oh, it does 4, no. Chongyun will actually die to Zhongli 5 cost. If only he had 1 more HP, but you also need the burst. This gets tough here.
Does
But I don't think you...
have the dice to cast the skill though? Or...
Oh, yeah, that's true. But Squibble is running I Haven't Lost Yet, though. Yeah, there's 1 copy of I Haven't Lost Yet. So Martin Z does have to worry about that. Only 2 cards in hand, though. Like, you could gamble it. Like, only 2 cards, the only way to get 5 costs is I Haven't Lost Yet. You just, like, gamble. Let's go for it. And even if they do 5 costs, you also have your own, and, like, Shenhe would also still be alive, so if they lethal Chongyun, they'd be completely out of dice. You can do whatever you want with them on Shenhe. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought, if Chongyun does go down.
They're thinking
right?
about
Like,
the gambling. They're thinking.
Yeah, they're going for it. Alright. If they, after this skill, if they go Shenhe, I think you just skill again. And if they go Zhongli, it's Adeptus Burst.
It's head out on the gamble.
I think you just go for it. Because, like, Zhongli will take piercing damage too. You get your dice refund. Yeah, there it is. That's the skill. Gani goes down. They both take some piercing. You get your dice refund.
Are we going to be seeing Ito's face here?
I think the only way Martin Z loses is if Squibble has Ito as one of their 2 cards. In every other universe, I believe Martin Z wins.
Otherwise, there's no way for them to get another dice, right?
Yes, because they are not running... Actually, no, they are running Wovens, I lied. They are running Wovens, so they would need 5 Geodice, plus either an Ito or a Woven. If they have Woven, they need to have 4 Geodice, so that last card they need to tune. And they're also running no Dice Fixers. And they did swap into Zhongli. Okay, here comes the Adeptus Burst. That's so much damage. Oh my god.
Bye-bye, Zhongli.
Bye-bye. Yeah, and Gambler resets again. Whew, that's disgusting. And Shenhe does not do enough damage to lethal here.
It's like a soon-to-be bye-bye defense call as well.
Yep. Shenhe... Oh, there's an Ito.
Oh?
So did have it, but I probably didn't have perfect Geodice.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. Seems like they just didn't have the dice to pull off a comeback.
Tune, yeah. There's a skill. Okay, so they had Ito and they had at least 2 Crow, which means they would have needed to tune both cards if they even had the 3 Geo, which would have made Chongyun not within lethal range. Although Chongyun with no Icy Quills isn't actually doing enough damage to finish off Shenhe. There is still a chance for Squibble to win. Oof, double Woken on Martin Z. That's a good draw. If they have Lotus and Gamblers, potentially they could top deck it, do a double kill, and then make sure they live on 1 HP. They should have enough dice to skill. No Lotus though, so we'll just be taken down by Shenhe normal attack.
Yeah, maybe if Martin had gotten them the burger dice, it might have been possible. Those are some pretty insane dice right now.
That's true. And there we have it. Martin Z managing to take it over Squibble. Looked a bit rough in the middle there with Zhongli potentially being able to kill the Chongyun. But in the end of the day, Squibble running no dice fixers. They had to tune their entire hand earlier on, so they didn't quite have the dice required to pull it off.
An average TCG moment when
average TCG
the only
moment.
play left was if
You
they
have
had
the
5
winning
perfect
play, but you
Geodice.
can't do it.
5 perfect Geodice, it couldn't happen.
It's like you had the play, but you just didn't have the dice to pull it off. That's so sad.
It would have been pretty amazing if they had the dice though, because honestly, like when it got to that, as like Martin Z was thinking, it's just like, oh, they're pretty set up to win here, aren't they? And then you look at the dice and it's like, oh wait, but if Squibble had the 5 dice, they could make a comeback here, but
Yeah,
no,
there was the potential.
no
But like
5 Geo dice.
Martin Z did the smart thing and took the gamble, and it paid off.
For me, it's very glad to see the gambling happen.
Like gambling is the way to go.
I suppose we are in a gacha game.
I think like if you're going to play a gacha game, you need the gacha mindset.
With
that being said, though, if we can just get a bracket review, I kind of want to take a look at which players have managed to take the first 2 games, so we can get a little sneak peek at who our potential 5-0 could be. A little quick peek through. We'll have to wait until that gets pulled off, but I think Shenhe SC, though, I think that game really proved why it's such a popular deck and why it's such a mainstay.
Yeah, they were pretty much like poised to win unless we have the impossible scenario of the 5 dice. I'm really excited to see who's gonna be, if any, are gonna be our 5 foes.
And here we are. Here are the people who have played their game this round. There might be a few that haven't managed to finish yet. Oh, looks like Alvarado Man was forced to drop. And here are the people who have won the first 2 rounds. We have Dehya. Oh, a lot of letters in there. I don't know how to pronounce that. They're running Ayamiya. Okay, that is spicy. If that gets 5-0, that would be hype. We also have Dehya. What deck are they running? Let me take a quick peek. If I can find them. Okay, I'll find them later. PM.
I think Agent. Wait, no.
Agent EC. All right, that's a pretty good deck.
Yeah, Agent EC. It is Agent EC.
Very respectable deck. A little bit meta. Let's see if I can find a little thing exciting. Shin is playing Shenhe SC. Very popular deck. Not very surprised. Pudge. What is Pudge playing? Pudge is playing Din. All right. A variation of Bin with Dehya instead of Barbara. Floppa. What do we have for Floppa? Playing Pyro Tartaglia with Bennett Infantry Pyro Agent. That's rather spicy. I'm excited to see that if we have the chance. And obviously, Martin Z, we just saw that game playing Shenhe SC. So a combination of meta and off-meta. That's exciting. What do you think, Toji?
Honestly, I'm pretty excited with, like, the spread of cards in all the people who have won both matches so far. Because, I mean, I'm not sure exactly all the cards in all those decks, but sounds like we'll have a lot of variation.
Yeah. And I do believe that we have no more games this round. Unfortunately, not many people are streaming, but that's okay. The ones we have been seeing are quite exciting. Before we go for break, though, Toji, do you have any words for our audience?
I just want to say thank you all for coming to the stream, and of course, watching everyone's plays today, and hope to see you all later in Asia as well, if possible.
Alright, I think with that, though, that would be round 2. We're going to take a short little break, and we'll be back for round 3. I'll see you guys later. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Week 4 EU GITCG Weekly. And, oh, who are you? Where's Toji?
Hi!
Ugh.
I've come to blow up your fish.
No, not my precious fish. You stay away from my little fishy boys. I need
There's
those guys
no
to prove my masculinity.
Well, hi everyone. I'm Zillow, and yeah, I'm new to the casting team here. Hope we'll have a lot of fun.
Well, hello, Zillow. I'm not sure where Toji went. I guess we'll never find out, but welcome onto the desk. I know.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here.
I've asked this to Toji earlier, but since you are new, we'll start it off with a little bit of trivia as well. What is your favorite deck and why?
Well, I'm glad you asked because, well, I actually started using it a few months ago. It's Dormammu, the infamous Revive Impact deck.
Ah,
So with Chi-Chi, Bisnectar, and the Cube.
that's,
Just, a lot of revives all over.
that sounds like
A bit
pain.
more of a troll deck. Yeah, I originally used it for the meme, but some things once you start, it becomes part of you.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Like, once you're committed to the funnies, you might as well go all the way.
Yep. Who knows, maybe one day I'll even drop a 5-0 with the infamous Dormammu.
We can all hope. But, since your profile picture is Klee, what is your opinion on Klee Vape?
Ah, yes, Cleavape. You mean as in the TCG or the...
The TCG. Obviously,
Yeah,
we don't
right.
talk about the side game here.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. Yeah, the Cleavape, Monclee always been a really potent deck from the start. Threatening you with those high pyro resonance hits with all the extra damage you could possibly get. I've seen some new variants as well with stuff like Master Jung and the whole weapon collection. It's so many possibilities that I really never thought I'd see, and ever since they introduced the Arcanes. Oh wait, they're starting.
Yeah, that's true. Covenant of Rock has been done so much for that deck.
Yeah. It has really carried it to a really high spot. But here we've got two electrocharged decks facing off.
Yeah, we have
We've got
Agent
the
DC
slightly
and
older
NEC.
one. Yep. NEC being slightly older than Agent EC back when Nahida first came out and MMEC was banned. This was quite a prominent deck we saw back then. But Agent EC been showing a bit of an increase in popularity lately. The strategize coming out from DVDS side. Oh, they've got the Lucky Dog quite early.
And Tubby as well, but unfortunately no buildings. Their dice kind of cringed around 1, got no Hydra, so
Yeah,
if
they
want
might be
5...
forced to use their Bestus.
Yeah, I think Bestus, Tune 1, 5 cost, and then Tubby, no, looks like they're gonna do 3 cost, swap Yai, Liban Pass, I believe.
Yeah.
And never punish.
Something I would usually.
Ooh.
Just set up that Paimon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good start.
No,
you get 5 costs, you get the Siege of Scotland and everyone. Like in Paimon next round, you come in with 10 dice, you can swap Ocean and do 5 costs and then go official. It'll do so much damage. Like you'll get those seed procs going early, you'll get your ECs going early, lots of spread damage.
Yeah, that's one of the joys of these EC decks. There's so many options you could do, really adaptable. And it's why, EC as a whole is so popular in the meta.
Yeah, I think the thing to really point out about Never Punished deck is that Paimon. It's a card that's been seeing dropping usage rates ever since 3.7 when we got all of our new ramp options like Tenshu, Vanarada, and Sonin contracts.
It's definitely really interesting. It is a really high cost entry, but once you get it off, for those 2 turns you get a lot more dice, which is a significant advantage, especially when you want to ramp up all those summons early on to get a lead.
Yeah, but when you think about NEC though, you're basically always starting with Nahida 5 cost to get the seeds down early, so it kind of makes sense to have Paimon in there, because after you do your seeds, you're really not doing anything, so you might as well just get your ramp option out. And Never Punished also running a Chef Mao engine. That is real sauce. I would love to see if they're running Dunyazard. If you have the deck list up, that would be great.
It would fit perfectly right in there.
It would, like, because you're running Paimon as well, right? You get double Dunyazard down. It's a 1-cost Paimon. That's so value.
Yep, and Dehya is now back on their Oceanate. We might be seeing them equip the Lucky Dog here to get that, free heal with their summon right off.
That's true. They also might be thinking
other
about,
possibilities also.
I think what they might be thinking about is
you go first?
Yeah, they might also be thinking of Tubby Sumeru City to get the 5 cost for only 4.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If you look at like their deck and hand size.
Yeah, they do have a lot of cards already, and Liban here might be a bit too risky. Because you already have a lot of those cards. Yep, Tubby and Sumeru.
Yeah, and the Never Punish just like swapping to Fischl, because like if they're going to skill, right, you can get that free quicken stack.
Oh, so they are going for the 2-cost one. Oh, we got George.
George? I love George.
George out on the field.
I love George.
Yep, the one and only.
There's the deck list for Never Punish, and they are indeed running Dunyazard and also NRE. That is cooking. Okay.
Yeah, that is really, really interesting. And they are even running Liban. So that is a ton of draw. So with Sumeru City, you're going to be seeing those procs almost every turn now, with it out pretty early in the game.
Yeah, but like just the NRE though, that I don't know if I like that in the deck. Like I kind of understand it though, because like if you have Chef Mao, right, you want an NRE to keep pulling you food so you can keep getting that dice. But Chef Mao already gives you food for the first time you play it, so I don't know if that's really necessary. Although maybe it's there to supplement.
A bit excessive.
Yeah, right? But maybe because they're not running any draw options, it does make a little bit more sense to help thin out the deck more.
Yeah, I mean, besides Liban, of course. If Liban counts as a draw option, I know that's been a bit of a controversial topic of debate in the community for a while. Is he ramp or is he draw?
Right? And
Oceanate really low. Oh!
Yeah, like the seeds taking down Oceanate with, like in combination with the summons. Pretty big.
Yeah.
Like DVD
a lot of damage and
DVD won't
George,
be able to
and only George now.
Yeah, George is like their only Hydra option left. Like they won't be able to reset summons. And they also just equip Lucky Dogs too, which is a pretty big investment.
Yeah, and if I'm not wrong, I don't think they have the Agent Talent on their deck list either. So yeah, they are looking in a pretty frail position here, unless it was actually there and I didn't see it.
We took a look at Never Punish this deck. They are running one-off Agent Talent, like most Agent EC decks.
Okay.
Their deck list is rather standard. The only really thing to point out is they're running Fresh Wind and Freedom.
Oh, that's an interesting choice. Possibly because of Yai Miko having a higher damage single target burst compared to something like Fischl. It might actually be a win condition, but it's proving to be a little risky here.
Yeah, and
especially with Sumeru.
You have like
especially with Sumeru letting you get a cheaper one with Covenant.
That's true. You also have Asian Burst as well to consider. It does like 5 damage base, and you're also running Adeptus, so something to look out for sure.
Yeah, because if it were me, I would definitely go for Covenant here as the Arcane of choice. Because with Sumeru, you just get that 2 dice from Covenant, then you can use whatever skill you want.
I think it's also a little bit more flexible because like this deck, your damage is entirely based off of your burst. Like if you want to use Wind and Freedom, you need to lethal a character first. And the only way you're really doing that in this deck is with bursts.
Yeah, and the challenge is getting to the burst in the first place, so...
Right, yeah, I think like
that
Covenant...
is one challenge you'll face.
Yeah, I think Covenant is generally more flexible. You can like Covenant to give live wind dice, you can Covenant to swap and eat food, or like swap and draw. You can Covenant combination with Sumeru City. It's like there's a lot more things you can do with it.
Yeah, definitely. Which is why Covenant is such a strong arcane card in general.
Oof. And Never Punish, setting up another round of Oceanate summons.
That is a ton of damage going down at the end of the turn.
Yeah, this is so tough for DVD. Like, there's nothing they can really do. Because those summons will do
Yeah,
7 damage.
And DVDR does have the Favonius Cathedral there for the heals, but with all those summons on the field, it's just a lot more damage than one could bargain for.
I think if I am in Neverpine's place, I just swap Nahida and just skill on Yai, so that even if they have Lotus, even if they have Cathedral, it's just guaranteed lethal. Of course, I don't know what their dice looks like, and I don't know what the cards they have in hand either, so maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, swapping to Fischl. That's
Okay.
interesting. Perhaps they're refreshing that skill, which does make sense. You know, you get the free Electro Aura
Oh, it's just lined
for
in.
that double EC at the end of the turn. Oh, just like that.
I think no, this is fine as well because like you can get your extra
Oh,
dice,
yeah.
and then there's Hydro Aura on Yai, right? Like because you end with Hydro summons.
Yeah. Also a pretty decent choice for Never Punish to be on Fischl there, because you know the George damage just putting extra Hydro on Nahida, which was already there. So rather than getting another reaction off, it's more worth it.
Yeah, that's true.
So definitely keeping mindful of those auras in the back.
Officials like cleanse as well, so it makes it easier to swap in. You won't have to worry about eating a reaction. You just need to calc the base damage. But Yai now on field, 1 summon left, no energy generation.
Yeah, looking pretty grim for DVDR here. Yep, and Never Punish looks like they're in a pretty good spot to just, you know, Nahida skill or swap off or really whatever you want to do, because you don't really have to be worrying about any surprise Yai burst here. Because even if, let's say, DVDR has Cox's Art, which I'm not sure if they did have in the deck list, but even if it did, you know, you'd be taking away from the agent. And we don't see any I haven't lost yet coming out here.
Yeah, that's true. DVD are going to eat Lotus and swap to Agent. This is probably like to avoid a fast swap, Oceanid Burst with Adeptus, or like a Star Signs, Adeptus
Or
Burst
even
with
Fischl
Nahida.
Burst.
Yeah, or even Fischl Burst.
Fischl Burst would be a
quite
really interesting play here though, because if you fast swap to Fischl here, you get that piercing damage on Yai, which is lethal, and as well as high damage onto the agent, which would be a really high value.
Yeah, I Never Punish though, I believe is not running any energy generation cards. So I don't think that's a play. They
Oh.
are running one off Leave It to Me though.
Okay, looks like it's just Nahida skill. And perhaps Adeptus by DVD here. Not sure if that's enough to KO.
Oh, they are running
yes,
House.
it isn't.
They are in fact
Oh,
running
they are.
House cards. So yeah, like there's gamblers in there too, so it is an option. But there you go. There's the Agent Burst. We'll do 5 with Adeptus.
Yeah.
The Lotus saves. Very smart play here.
Not. Yeah, and unfortunately they couldn't use Adeptus because they already had that Lotus up.
Yeah, so like
Could
not
have
quite
could
enough.
have killed that Nahida, but too risky.
Potentially, but I mean,
Yeah.
Agent was at 9 effective HP because there was still stealth.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't think.
I
There's
guess they were
anything...
just really scared of a surprise burst.
No, but Surprise Burst wouldn't have done anything because Agent had no aura, right? Like Official Adepts would dealt
true.
7, Agent lives on 2. You counter by bursting. Nahida Burst also does 7, and Rodea also does 7. So would have been safe.
Yeah, that's a bit of a misplay then, I suppose.
Maybe it's like
Could have
instead of
saved
playing
that food.
Maybe instead of playing for lethal, right? Because they have 2 Lotus Crisp and Cathedral, they're just playing to chip away at the opponent to get a better chance later.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, this is gonna get scary though, because like 1 dice remaining, if you swap to Yai, you're gonna eat an EC, Agent takes damage, and then you're left with Dendro Aura. So that Bird will hit, get Hyper
and then you're gonna
Bloom.
be taking a Hyper Bloom.
Yeah, right? Yeah, but if you stay on Agent, like you eat a Quicken hit, and end phase Yai like gets lethal anyways, but
Yeah, this is one of those situations where if you had Covenant, it would be really good. Because you know the extra breathing room.
Yeah, and you take +2 damage
yeah.
on Agent either way though, to be fair. But I think swapping to Yai would be completely the wrong decision. You would take +3 damage on Agent, whereas if you just stay,
It
you
would
only
be
take
from
+2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. That is some big damage about to
Oh
happen.
my god, no. I think if you're never punished, you always just skill here, no questions asked. Like, you get your free electric charge, right? You're gonna guarantee a Hyper Bloom. Agent's gonna take so much damage. It's gonna be put on 5. That's gonna hit, it'll do 1 to stealth, so it'd be at 4. And then that would hit 3, Agent's on 2 HP, Cathedral heals up to 3. Well, that's scary.
Yeah, there's really nothing that could go wrong here, because
Oh wait,
at the end of
you
the
also
turn...
you also take reactions, so Agent will only be on 2.
Oh yeah. I mean, for Never Punish, it's looking really good for them now. Really
Wait,
nothing
no.
that could really go wrong for you at this point.
Agent should live on
Plus,
1
everyone's
end
alive.
phase. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, that's gonna hit, so...
Yeah.
Agent can lethal Fisher with a skill start of next turn, so it's not, like, the worst thing in the world, because they do have turn advantage. Yeah, there's the first Seed proc, then Hyper Bloom comes in. Oof. Agent has
boy.
Aura now. Oh my god, Nahida. Nahida's go huge here. Wait.
Yep.
I think
And
Nahida goes
unfortunately,
for...
looks like they really haven't been able to use the Adeptus all game.
I think if Agent lethals here, Nahida's skill goes through Lotus and lethals Agent. Because you only need to do 1 damage. Lotus skill would bring Agent to 6 effective. 5 cost deals 3 base, 4 from Quicken, 5?
Yeah.
No, he lives
It
on...
should kill.
Yeah. Yes, it should lethal. Oh no, there's also Lucky Dogs. Never mind. He lives.
Yeah.
Agent does live. It's a
Oh,
close
and
thing,
DVD
though.
actually doesn't have the Arcane on hand right now.
Yeah, I think they tuned it earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
They did tune it. If they had Arcane now, they would be able...
That.
Oh my god. Arcane here would have actually been good,
no.
because then they could skill, force an overload of Nahida skill, and then Never Punish be left on just Ocean Head.
Yeah, and then DVD could have possibly just, used the Cathedral and turn, possibly heal through the summon damage, and then Adeptus Burst on the next. But no
I mean,
Arcane on hand.
Never Punish though I haven't lost yet, so they could Ocean Head Burst for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, which would have lethal Agent either way, so it doesn't really matter.
That's true, yeah.
They could still do a summon and burst here, which would do big damage. 2, 4, 6,
but
8.
Yeah, well, to DVD's credit, with that Tabi call, they really didn't manage to get that much value out of it, unfortunately. Only 1 Sumericity up, which is not exactly ideal for Tabi cores. Though they did get the Cathedral out earlier on. But, compared to what you could have had if you had another Sumeru, just a little unlucky with the card draws, but with
maybe if he got Warp earlier too as well.
Oh yeah, it's always a joy to have Warp in these decks.
Yeah, no, you get Warp early, you play it like round 1 or 2, and then by round 3 you have a 10-card hand and you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's really good with Sumeru. I especially love doing that with my Dormammu deck myself, because I do use Tabi in there.
I think with this though, it's kind of just Jover, because Ocean Head Burst here will do 10. If my math is right, it should do 10.
Lotus in the world can save Agent from that burst. Yep.
Big damage incoming.
Tuning in those cards for the final countdown.
And there it is.
And boom.
Oh,
7 damage.
Yeah, there you go.
It's Jover.
It's Jover. It's so Jover.
It's probably competition between New Villette and the Oceanid, who can hit the biggest Kamehameha.
Yeah, I think Agent EC versus NEC is such an interesting matchup, because with NEC you're going basically all in with the piercing damage summons, right? With the Hida Cs and the ECs, maybe Hyper Blooms mixed in, whereas Agent EC is a little bit hybrid, where you chip them down with Ocean Fish to finish them off with Agent Burst.
Yeah, it's also a lot less weak to send off, so yeah, that's one thing AEC does have. It's a little less vulnerable to send off because you have the Yai summons potentially.
That's
and
true.
just
And like,
a lot of utility outside of your summons, whereas NEC banks a lot on them.
that's true. And also, Agent EC is better when you get into those late game 1v1 situations. Agent Talent and Lucky Dogs, and his burst, which is higher base damage, and Stealth, which increases normal damage and whatnot.
Yeah,
But I think like NEC,
Agent in late game is scary.
yeah, but like NEC early game is even more scary. Did you see how much value Never Punish got out of Nahida?
Yeah, that was terrifying. The 5-cost skill at the start with Paimon, they just kept pumping out all those high value skills non-stop.
Yeah, like they just endlessly got piercing damage with like the Seeds of Skanda, and like Nahida, like the Danger Auras gave a Hyper Bloom to do big damage to Agent. They even managed to get a second round of Seeds as well. Oh my god. So much damage.
Definitely a really best case scenario situation for NEC there, with not a single turn of Dice of Cringe, with those high cost skills coming out whenever they were needed.
Yeah, that's true. I just realized, but Never Punished was actually Never Punished. I don't think they needed to play their dice fixers.
Yeah, it was truly amazing. I wish we could have seen their dice rolls.
That would have truly been something. I think like Paimon helped out with the Omnis a little bit, but apparently we have another game, so let's take a look at that. Who do we have here? Ooh.
AEC once again, but against Shenhe SC now.
Yeah, who do you favor in this matchup? I don't know, it's pretty close, because like both of these decks have pretty good...
Personally, I would say Shenhe SC is in a bit of a better spot here. Because, you know, with Shenhe, Raiden, you're really just threatening a ton of damage early on. So, Binzu versus Martin.
Yeah, I think I would also favor Shenhe SC a little bit, because both decks have roughly the same amount of end phase pressure. But the thing about Shenhe SC though is that Shenhe does, not Shenhe. Chongyun has an Asian burst on his skill after setup.
Yeah, that is true. It's a lot of damage that you have to face once the Shenhe quills go up with the superconduct. And that Raiden burst boosting burst damage even further, it just makes no turn is safe.
That's true, and like also you can, after you get your double summon setup, you can even go back to Raiden as well and just charge up a Chongyun burst. It looked like Martin Z cringed on dice though, unfortunately not able to get a superconduct round 1. That we'll see if that hurts them later on, but
yeah, and they only have one card left on hand, so they really did Dice of Cringe there at the start. No Electro, no crap.
That send-off is huge!
Oh, wait.
That's so big! Wait. Like, we all know Shenhe SC's game plan. You get Raiden summon and then you rush out a Shenhe summon, but that's send-off. Like,
yeah, you're forcing them to go back.
You need to like charge up the burst again, but like this time Shenhe's on low HP, so there's also a risk of her just outright dying.
Yeah, that is really good. A really good turn for Binzu here.
Oh my god, Force of Normal, like, and how bad are Martin Z's dice?
Oh my.
And it looks like
Binzu really strategize. So I'm not sure if they are using a Tubby Core. I think they might be. Because, we've got Sanguininia Shrine.
And Wharf as well, but I mean, you can play Wharf in Ocean official decks most of the time anyways, but it would be interesting to see if they are running Tubby Engine.
They also have a lot of food, right, that they need.
That's true, yeah.
Pizza. You can really end the turn however you want here. While also getting that send-off. That send-off is really important.
That send-off is so huge. I would also like to take a look at Martin Z's list. I want to know if he's running things like Heavy Strike or Stone Contract, because everyone runs their Shenhe SC list a little bit differently.
Yeah, that is true. I've seen variants using stuff like crazy stuff like weapons even. I've seen someone put Bell on Chongyun.
Oh, and there's
which was really confusing.
There's a list on the right-hand side. It looks like Martin Z is running like
they have a ton of dice fixers.
Yeah, you're right. They're running a less like ramp heavy style. Like there's no Stone and Contracts, you can see. They're also running Fresh Wind instead of Covenant of Rock, probably for the Chongyun double kills. We've seen like how important that could be earlier on in one of our rounds. That actually did win him the game. And choosing to run Send Off instead of something like Heavy Strike.
Yeah, this is a really high-paced deck list here for Shanghai SC. It almost looks like something you would see in a Moncley deck almost.
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
like
Running the
with
Timmy as well.
shapes. Yeah. But they do have Vanarana, which is an interesting pick.
Oh, no Liben, I just realized as well.
Yeah, no Liben. I'm
And
definitely
Binzu-
quite interested to see Vanarana there.
Yeah, I've been talking to a few players, and a few of them have been saying that Vanarana is better than Liben in Shenhe SC because how fast the deck plays. With Liben, you need to get 3 dice, and you only get dice back after the fact. Sometimes that takes 2 turns because you don't always end on 3 dice. Whereas Vanarana, it'll give you your dice instantly, so you can kind of continue your combo.
Yeah, that's true, and especially with Shanghai SC, you can normal attack if needed, so underline dice isn't always the biggest problem here. Because, the only high-cost things you have here are Raiden Burst and the essential Shenhe Burst.
The thing I would point out though is because Martin Z is running Vanarana, they're choosing to run Sealy instead of Strategize to supplement the cards you would have gone from Liben.
Oh yeah, that is true. An interesting choice. They did get one Sealy off early game, but they are back to 4 cards on hand, so I think they might be Dice of Cringing a little here.
Unfortunately, didn't manage to draw their Dice Fixers. Unlucky.
Yeah. And when you have 4 in your deck, that's pretty unfortunate.
Looking at Binzu's though, Binzu's eating good.
Yeah, that is true. Binzu I think they did use that send-off on the Shenhe Burst, because it is nowhere to be seen.
Yes, and also I think Strategize and ate a pizza as well. And look at all Binzu's gonna refresh the summons while Martin Z is forced to get Shenhe Burst up again, really slowing the game plan. We can also see
really forcing Martin Z to get that Raiden Burst into Shenhe Burst now, because that's really the only way you can reliably get Shenhe's Burst up.
Yeah, we also see
Binzu's getting KO'd.
We also see Binzu's deck on the other side. They're running the one-off Agent Talent, the Lucky Dogs, the Tubby engine. Also, a little bit of Star Signs. Perhaps get a surprise Oceanid or Agent Burst somewhere. And also the Fresh Wind and Freedom instead of Covenant of Rock. We were kind of talking about this earlier with DVD's deck.
Yeah, really interesting choice, because in these decks with Sumeru, it seems like Covenant is the obvious pick, but now we have so many players just picking Fresh Wind or Freedom instead for that surprise kill.
Yeah,
but I suppose it makes sense with late game pressure and all that.
Yeah, I suppose so. A surprise burst and to just maybe even getting turn priority would still be pretty big, but I don't know. It's just
oh, and Binzu getting the heals from
Cathedral.
There you go.
Tubby and then the free Cathedral on the next turn.
Ending first, so they do get that safe swap out next turn if needed.
And
that first is ready.
End phase, these summons are going to do 7 damage. Although Binzu,
those summons are going to be disappearing.
Yeah, Ocean Burst will only do 4 base, but that should still be more than enough to one-shot any character on Martin Z's side. These summons do 7 damage.
Yeah, so even though there's only going to be 1 summon left, you do have the Adeptus on Binzu's hand, so anyone can be one-shot here, so yeah, no one is safe on Martin Z's side for the start of next turn.
Yeah, I think maybe the best option would be to just ramp and stay on Raiden, because then you eat 3 summons, and then Shenhe only takes Squirrel, bring her down to 4, but that's still within burst range. Oh, this is so tough.
Yeah. Yep, Martin Z staying on Raiden, definitely the best play to make here.
Yeah, but just
Raiden is going to go down.
Yeah, who do you swap to now? You still have to tank 1 summon.
Oh yeah, this is really, really bad for Martin Z.
Burst lethals here, because Burst does 4, and then you force them onto Chongyun, and then you go... Oh, that's huge!
Oh, wait! Oh, wait, this might actually just be a win right here. The freshman coming exactly when Binzu needs it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have a fast swap into Agent Burst or something like that, but you get another action, and then maybe perhaps you... I don't think you want to use this, though, honestly.
Everything is going right here, because, even if Chongyun knocks out the Oceanid here, you have Star Signs, and I haven't lost yet.
Yeah,
so that just kills Chongyun.
Star Signs, I haven't lost yet. Adeptus Burst on Agent would
Oh.
just instantly clean up the game.
Oh wait, Binzu didn't use Fresh Wind or Freedom there.
I don't think like there's a reason to, because like you're on Oceanid, right? Like you can't even do a 3 damage
yeah,
skill
that
or
is
normal
true.
attack, right? So it's not really worth it.
Yeah,
Keep it for tuning fodder.
There's no fast swap here. Yeah.
But Martin Z is a tough spot here though, because like if you burst and kill Rodea, you don't have anything to do with Agent. But if you skill it with no crowd res, Ocean doesn't die, so Binzu can just get re-summon again, and then like you're staring at another board.
Yeah, and I've realized like I don't think this entire game Martin Z has gotten off the Shenhe skill even once. Unless I'm
true.
tripping.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's
They
really,
didn't.
really unfortunate. Yeah.
They managed to dice the cringe so hard, and when they finally get the burst, when things are finally looking good, Binzu just sent it off.
And it just gets hit by that.
Oh, that's so
That's
depressing.
really unlucky. Yeah.
Yeah, if I can
And
just
it's just hits even harder when you have so many dice fixers.
yeah, like didn't draw a single one, especially even after you got your Sealay proc. If I would have to describe this game with like a movie title, it would be a series of unfortunate events.
That is definitely an apt description. Unfortunate doesn't even describe Martin Z's series, yeah.
It does have the cryo res though, so can lethal Rodea, but I like would
Yeah.
need to. Oh, there's fresh wind.
Fresh
Okay,
wind coming on.
this makes it so
But
Binzu
once again-
cannot go agent, or else they're risking an Adeptus Burst, which would do 10, which is exact lethal. So would have to swap to official first and take a little bit of extra damage and waste their dice. There'd be 4 dice, 6 with Sumeru City. It
Yeah,
might still
but
be enough.
Martin Z would need a woven here if they were to use what's that?
That's-
Sorry.
Yeah,
Adeptus into both. Yeah.
but the thing is, I don't
yeah,
think Binzu can
could
risk
just
it.
have short time. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it either. I mean,
If
when
I was in
you're such
Binzu's
a good
place, I
spot.
wouldn't risk it. Although, like, the gamble is a fair one to take. Martin Z only has 3 cards left, but I think it's fine, right? Because if you just swap Agent... Oh, there's the Ito.
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
what
so
Def is?
definitely the safer play.
Okay, I think now you can
well
swap
enough.
over. Now you swap over, and it's
Yeah.
like... It's Star Signs, Adeptus, Sumeru City, Ito Burst. Sumeru City should proc, reducing the burst cost to 2. And the Star Signs in Adeptus takes 4 dice. Oh, wait, you're 1 dice off. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh wait. 5. Oh yeah, that is true.
This is fine though, right? I think Binzu still wins.
Oh, yeah,
Eat hash browns. Yeah, you just eat hash browns and you get your energy this turn, and then we'll just do it next.
Yeah, so once again, you know, if
Oh.
you had Covenant here, it would have been an instant win already.
That's true.
But,
I mean,
yeah,
it's
that
fine though,
someone's gonna
right? Because
clean it up.
someone's cleaning
Yeah.
it up. With 0 dice left, can't even eat a Lotus. Lotus wouldn't have saved anyways, so it's fine.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the
Yep,
big
and
number,
that is
but
a win.
a win is a win.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I mean, but that's an interesting thing, you know, with Shenhe SC. Even if it looks like the opponent is obviously going to be taking home the win, at the end of turn you'll realize, like, wait a minute. They still have Cryo Rest, or they still have Adeptus, or so many things could still swing in to save the Shenhe SC.
Yeah, that's true. They have like
It's
so many
really
hand
interesting.
damage options. It's very scary to deal with.
Yeah, I've been jump scared far too many times by it in tournaments when I think I'm about to take home an easy win and then boom, my entire team's gone.
Crowers, Adeptus, Gamblers, Fresh Wind, and bye-bye.
Yeah, and Heavy Strike even in some lists. It's just
Oh, yeah,
really
and Heavy
so many
Strike is-
options.
Heavy Strike is actually like so scary though, because if you have Shenhe burst up, it's basically a pocket Crower res.
Yeah, indeed. And like, even if it's not physical, you have like the Chongyun skill, the infusion, you could even get off and boosted from Shenhe Quills.
That's true.
It's
And
just so much damage that could come from anywhere.
and you also have like a somewhat flexible opening. Obviously, Raiden into Shenhe is like the more standard one, but you could also do Chongyun into Raiden and get like turn 2 burst, double EC.
Yeah,
It's quite flexible.
that's
and-
why, you know, a lot of players love to use it in weeklies. It's just really scary of a deck to go against.
Yeah, it's so generically good, and it has very little bad matchups.
Yeah, the only real thing that could go wrong for you is just bad luck in general,
Yeah,
as
like
we've seen unfortunately from Martin's side.
oh my god, poor Martin.
That's cringe. That's just really so unfortunate.
Yeah, like didn't manage to get dice fixes and got sent off. It's so sad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think though with round 3, I believe
it is indeed a gacha game.
I believe round 3 is coming to a close. If we can just take a look at the brackets, take a look to our potential 5-0 maybe, that'd be exciting. Any second now, but I think last time we took a look, there were 2 off-meta decks that could have potentially made it. There was an Ayamiya in there and a Child Vape. I would love to see if they're still in for the running. So Shin?
Oh yeah, Child is definitely really scary now, after the buff to his Riptide.
Yeah, and also his Burst. So Shin is running Shenhe
Oh yeah,
SC.
his burst does more damage now in his bow form, if I recall.
Oh, Pyro Child is in contending. Floppa is running it.
Oh really?
Yes, Floppa is running it. And then our other player...
that is interesting.
And our other player is just running NEC. So we have Shenhe SC, NEC, and Child Vape in contention for 5-0.
That is definitely an interesting matchup. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, we're gonna see some hype gameplay. I really want to see that Child deck, if nothing else.
Child just really feels like a huge dark horse in every weekly now, because you'll see like 1 or 2 players using it, and then before you know it, suddenly they have like racked up wins out of nowhere.
Yeah, and like his burst is so terrifying. I think it does like 7 base in ranged form, and like it's 5 in ranged form, it's 7 in melee form. That infinite Riptide, you can stack up so much piercing damage as well.
Yeah, and possibly even with his talent, some decks run. It's just like 1 piercing damage at the end of every turn, and there's no escaping it at all.
I've also seen
something really scary.
I've also seen some Child players choosing to run King Squire Razor engine, where like you just get reduced costs with gamblers and Bennett Burst. You keep smacking them.
Yeah, the weapon collection with Child is definitely really quite new, but it's really scary now because his skill applies Riptide now when in the past it didn't. So now you can just abuse that to keep getting Riptide onto every single character on the opposing side.
Yeah, and
there's really nothing they can do about it.
Like King Squire is just like an NSC for your skill if you combine it with Razor. It's so good.
I've even seen some use it with Sino, because Sino has the Moon Piercer, which is basically the same as King Squire, but the spear equivalent.
Oh, that's true.
It's a really potent combo. Yeah, I actually got completely swept by that last week. It was a humbling experience.
I personally just find Sino so clunky to use, even with Moon Piercer, because there's nothing special about his kit except for passive.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. And his burst it might even be detrimental sometimes.
Yeah,
if, you already have stacks.
It resets your stacks if you have a lot of them. I don't know. Sino is such a weird character. His strength is that he just gets free damage, but it takes him so long to get it.
Yeah, and in this meta with so many fast-paced decks, there's just really not much room for a playstyle like that. Because if you want something that is slow, you already have Etho right there.
It's also hard to fit Sino into those types of decks, right? Because he's an electro character.
Exactly.
You want to play them in more aggro decks.
Oh, the next game. Oh, Ayamiya is here.
Oh, that's the Ayamiya deck I was talking about. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, so right off the bat, it looks like they don't have NSC at the start, so that's a regular NA. They might use it at the end of the turn.
I mean, Martin Z just got their dice fixer round 1, so that's an improvement. Got 2 usables.
Definitely a welcome change.
Started Chongyun though. I wonder why that is.
They have Musu too, so if they do need those extra energy, they will get it. Yeah,
I think what Martin Z is trying to go for here is that because Ayamiya is a combo deck where like Yoimiya really needs to take time to build that burst before it becomes threatening, he's choosing to go for the Chongyun into Raiden start to get Raiden burst up faster so you can charge up Chongyun burst and Shenhe burst at the same time.
Oh yeah, and threaten the knockout before Yoimiya can get the burst off.
Yeah, I would also...
we might be NSC. Yeah.
There's the
star
signs. Yeah. Something is like...
Yeah, that burst is coming up.
Yeah. Scary. Ayamiya, though, is like... The deck list has changed so much from what it used to be. Like, because before you ran a lot of... Like, a few dice fixes here and there, a little bit of food, like, a little bit of ramp, but, like, I think nowadays, people have forgotten about dice fixes, and just, you go all in on dice advantage. You run Parametric, you run Legend of Vanessa, Minty Meat Rolls, maybe, like, a Liben in there, but you don't run Paimon anymore for sure. I don't think there's enough time, like, room for that in the deck. I want to see what the deck list is. I want to see what those cards he is running.
I wonder if they are still running the Minty Meat Rolls inside, which used to be the absolute staple for Ayamiya here.
Like, I would assume
it even pairs up well with Covenant and
yeah, there's the Legend of Vanessa I was talking about.
It's like that is really good. That must be really good dice.
Oh, there's
because you have Legend of Vanessa and Yoimiya burst.
Yeah, that's the deck list on the right here. We can see, like, they are running Liben. They're also running Chang and some Strategize to help supplement draws. I have seen Ayamiya deck lists where they only run Chang and Liben for their draw options and just forget about Strategize. They are running Parametric. It looks like they didn't manage to get it this turn. Otherwise, I would assume they would have played it to get the Yoimiya burst. And they are also running Minty Meat Rolls in NSC, yeah.
Yeah. We might potentially see how do I say the name? Deal use Minty Meat Rolls and just hit in with 3 NAs right here. Because 5 dice, you get 2 from the 4 inning, and you can use Covenant and get
that's so right. You can hit twice with Minty Meat Rolls with like the 4 dice remaining, and then Covenant to get you another. That's so good. Bad. Martin Z is staring down the barrel of 15 damage this turn. That's huge.
Absolutely huge turn right there for the Ayamiya deck. And will we see the Covenant come out this turn?
I think, unfortunately, though, Dehya is getting break-pointed.
Yes, that is true. Just the raw damage alone from the Ayaka NAs is doing so much.
Yeah, I think the big change I'm seeing.
Are they going to use Are they going to use I Haven't Lost Yet this turn, or are they going to? Oh wait, no, they can't.
No, they can't. I think like the one thing I'm seeing though from Ayamiya is that they're not ramping anymore. Like, you just get that Yoimiya burst and you start hitting immediately to get that damage out as soon as possible. Whereas before,
it's just brute force. The only ramp there is possibly just the parametrics.
Yeah, and Liben if you can. As well. Like, whereas before you'd play a little bit slower, where you'd build the burst and then spend a turn to ramp, get it out, and just go for full OTK. Yeah, there's the Covenant.
Yeah, I guess now with Covenant in the game, it's just really you can just go ham. Get as many NAs as you need in that one turn. And that Yoimiya burst is still on the first turn. This isn't like a second turn after
you
ramp,
have a second turn
the first turn.
That's so huge. And like
it's a huge turn.
Ayaka's burst now too. It's like you can burst, one shot the Shenhe, get power onto the Chongyun, and like, you can finish him off with a skill from either Ayaka or Chongyun, as long as Martin Z has no food. And the last remaining dice to play some Strategize to refill the hand. Alright.
Yeah, this is an absolutely amazing turn for Ayamiya here. Double changing ships. That is not helpful.
You don't want that. Although Dehya, like, the only dice fixer is Thunder and Eternity, right? So if they don't get good dice, and if they don't have that, with only 4 cards left in hand, they could, and like Ayaka Infusion ran out as well. So they need good dice.
Yeah, that is true.
Although Martin Z didn't get good dice either, so...
Yeah, that is true. I mean, the Ayaka skill all burst does take out Shenhe here. But,
there's the Gamblers. Yeah, there's the burst. They did get good dice. And Chongyun will be hit with Pyro too. Oh, that's
Yeah,
huge.
that is definitely huge.
Yeah, and, like in Chong skill, we'll just finish this off.
There were just really no bad turns for Ayamiya here in this game. Everything went according to...
Oh, and like if Martin Z had better dice, and if he had gamblers, like he would actually be able to win here with Nah, there's no
exactly.
ice equals, never mind.
Yeah.
There is a potential. If there's ice equals.
Had Martin gotten ice equals at the start, you know, he could have used that fresh wind of freedom and just knock out Ayaka and bust in the strong wind.
Yeah, skill into burst, but like dice aren't good enough for that either. There was a chance.
That must feel so bad though. 2 games in a row where you could have won if you had better dice.
Yeah, this is so sad.
Really sad.
Oh. But like Ayamiya though, it's like it performed a lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's like we most of the time when we watch these games, we're expecting some intricate ramps, but here Ayamiya just got that burst up and started going to town.
Yeah, I was expecting like you get Yoimiya burst, do a little bit of swap stalling, and then like you ramp Yoimiya burst.
Set up parametrics, yeah.
Right? Yeah, you come in with like 16 dice, minty meat rolls. But no, like you get Ayamiya burst and you start hitting. Oh, there's the gamblers. Oh no. Oh, that's despair. That's actual despair.
Taunting Martin here. Oh man, that must be so painful.
Is Jover. It's so sad. Also, he also just drew 2 bestnesses.
Oh my god. Yeah, at the end of the game.
Oh my god, that's despair. But yeah.
Oh man.
Congratulations to Dehya.
It's Jover. Ayamiya window, that is pretty huge.
That game was hype, like that was a hype game.
That was a joy to watch for sure.
Yeah, like the turn 2, you get Yoimiya burst, you swap Legend of Vanessa, Minty Meat Rolls, Covenant. Oh my god, that's so much damage.
It's just so satisfying to see pulled off, you know, you don't even need any ramp whatsoever, just get that burst up, Minty Meat Rolls in, and just Covenant at the end to truly seal the deal.
I will say though that Dehya got a little...
how big the Arcanes are.
I will say though that Dehya got pretty lucky round 1 with their one-off strategize to turn 2 Yoi burst. I think without it, maybe Martin Z would have had a better chance. Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, they do have 2 conditions for that early Yoimiya burst, you know, in NSC as well as Star Signs. But still a really fortunate starting hand.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, though, it's maybe more people should be playing Ayamiya. It's like
that is true. It's really refreshing.
Because Yoimiya and Ayaka aren't really used in that many other decks. Chongyun you might want for Strength and SC, but I suppose you could like replace her for Eula, I suppose, right?
Yeah, like the real shocker here is just, you know, Ayaka, she literally has no other decks being used at all right now.
Yeah, that like she used to be. She used to
sometimes vape.
Yeah, like she used to be in contention for freeze decks, but like after the Xingqiu Rain Swords nerfs, it's like it's kind of hard to utilize it.
Yeah, it's just freeze as a whole just kind of declined. I feel like they did try to buff it, you know, with Amos Bow for Ganyu, but it just never really got back to where it used to be.
Yeah, it's not the same. The damage breakpoints just aren't quite there.
And not to mention, you know, the arcane cards just don't really benefit at all with what they have to offer, besides maybe Fresh Wind of Freedom, but yeah, it's not really game-changing for anything in freeze.
Yeah, that's like... You just don't have the breakpoints like you used to. It's like, it's not there. Oh, here's the game.
Oh!
We have Leoric.
We have Nahida EC.
Yeah, Leoric with their passive
really interesting deck. Oh! Unseen Razor.
Yeah, so...
Oh!
Dunya's are 2? This is sauce.
Yeah, this is heat right here.
I think like
Sarah.
I think the big change I've been seeing right now is that people are starting to run more companion supports now. Like after Dunyazard got her recent buff, where she now gives you a companion card after the first one you play. I'm seeing a lot more companion engine decks.
Yeah, because, you know, on top of just the decreased cost, you get dice value, and you get draw as well.
Yeah,
It's just a much better card than it used to be.
looking at Leoric's deck list, though, we can see like a lot of damage amplification. You have Crowd Resonance, you have King Squire, you have Unseen Razor to like give you essentially a 1-cost skill. Like, and also running a lot of ramp options too. There's like
And
a
one
lot of
Kanduri in the back too.
oh, that's true. There's so much damage amplification, right? You have like Crow Feather, you have Shenhe, you have King Squire, Tandoori. You can do like a 7 damage Diona skill. That's terrifying.
Yeah, that would be really interesting to see if it does happen this game.
And it looks like Lyric will just spend their first turn full ramping. Oh, that's so smart of them. They use the cryo dice. So they have 1 dice remaining, like in case they draw like a Lusu and then they can swap in or something, and then they live in.
Yeah, you can tell Lyric has been practicing a lot with this deck. Knowing
Yeah,
exactly what to do there.
This is a patented
And like
deck
that Sarah skill at the start's gonna definitely end up with Electro Aura on 2 characters, which is just huge for this deck.
Oh, that's true. And like because Lyric is ending first, they're also guaranteed an SC. And Shenhe gets the Crow Feather as well, making their skill do 4 damage. If you get a reaction
really
at it.
Shocking here. And it's like something you don't really expect, you know, like Diona, we only see her and stuff like DP. I'm really excited to see this game.
Taking a damage-oriented take on it is really refreshing. Of course, like it probably would be better if a character did more base damage on their skill, like if you run Chunkyun instead. But like with Diona, you have like shields, and especially after the talent buffs, maybe there's an argument now where you have like good damage because you have so much amplification from Shenhe and Sara already, but then you have the talent in to make sure you have some survivability as well.
Yeah, that is true. It would definitely be a much bigger buff for this deck specifically rather than DP, because you know DP they usually play the long game, so the extra cost didn't affect it too much. But for this deck, it could be huge, like you said.
Yeah, like this turn though, unfortunately, like didn't get the Lusu, so we'll have to do skill normal into burst if they do want Shenhe burst this round. Although could choose not to do it instead, just like you swap onto Sara, you King Squire with your 3 Hydra dice and just do skill again.
And also having Timmy on hand is a little unfortunate for Lyric here because their support zone is already full, so won't be able to use that Timmy out.
Yeah, that's true. We'll have to like do it next turn or something, or maybe use him as tuning fodder.
Oh, and Shenhe is actually really dangerously low here.
Oh no, if
possibly staring down a Nahida burst.
If you're Lyric right now, this is really bad, because like what Dulberic can do is you swap to Mona, you set up skill, and then Shenhe's guaranteed to go down end phase. Right? Like there's nothing you can do. Shenhe burst gets completely denied.
Yeah, getting threatened really hard right now. Yep.
Yeah, that's the Mona swap I was talking about. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, and you're not getting that much value out of Sarah's skill here either because, you know, single application.
Yeah, and like the Crow Feather's also going into Sara instead of someone else like Diona, which has higher base damage. It's not that bad though, because Liven will be fed.
Yeah, true.
But this is so unfortunate.
Also loses 1 chance of possibly using I Haven't Lost Yet, because, you know, summon killing at the end of the turn.
Oh, you're
just takes
right,
away
yeah.
that window for change. Lyric probably hoping to get some good cards this turn, with Liven coming in as well as the Sealy almost at full stacks.
I think like this is just the main problem with Lyric's deck. It's like you have potential to do big damage with survivability, but you need to get your combo together. There's like a lot of pieces that need to go well for it to work. And if you just take out those pieces faster than he can get them up, it's kind of an issue.
Oh, Lyric does have Gamblers here, but no Cryo Res unfortunately.
I mean, Sealy is 1 skill off of going off, and like there's also a lot of aura on their opponents. He also has King Squire and Unfortunately, no Crow Feather,
Yeah,
but there is
Nahida
Ice
is definitely within range of a KO. Yeah.
It's not the end of the world. Lyrics can still have room to do some things, but
And
like
I
the
believe
window
Lyric
is
does have a woven there.
that is a woven, yes, but the window is closing
Yeah.
fast.
So one huge dice lead this turn, but hopefully everything goes well, or it could quickly go south.
I think like Lyric needs to win this turn because if he doesn't, Summon will take out his Sara end phase, right? And then like you're facing down the barrel of a Nahida burst if you're left on solo Diona. And next round, your dice lead is going to fade because like your opponent, because you don't have any ramp options left right now, right? Like, except for Renara.
Yeah,
like,
there's really. Oh,
Covenant is pretty big.
yeah, that is true.
Like you can guarantee at least 3 skills after this one with skill on the Covenant Woven. Yeah, we'll swap to Nahida. A burst
fast
will come
swap
out.
though.
Yeah, Mona pretty
Is
fast
it fast
swap.
swap?
It is,
Yeah,
because it's Mona's first turn. I mean, first time swapping. And then like burst will come out. Yeah, that's gonna
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, if you
Yeah,
lethal here,
Lyric absolutely has to win this turn.
if you have to, but the thing is, if you lethal here, you have to worry about Yai. I haven't lost yet burst.
Oh, Cryo Res, that's huge, and Woven as well.
But like, it's just once again, if you lethal here, Yai, I haven't lost yet burst, and like your Diona's gone.
Oh yeah, true.
But you also kind of have to act right now, otherwise like you
There's
lose.
no other way. Yeah.
Right? Like you have to do it now.
Yeah, Musu coming in too late off, unfortunately. So now really, Lyric just has to hope that Yai doesn't have a burst ready in the back.
Yai burst will only do. Goes Mona, okay?
Mona.
Maybe there's some hope. Mona doesn't have enough dice to skill.
Oh wait. Oh, Musu.
That doesn't do anything though, because he's full. What card is he trying to draw? Is like molding for Paimon? No, it's forced to end. Yeah, Lyric skill.
Oh,
Yeah,
this could be the win right here.
Gambler's Refresh, and then like Burst perhaps with Woven. And then Covenant.
Oh, you might not even need it, because you have two Wovens and one Covenant here. That's 2 attacks coming in.
Yeah, and then Covenant Woven Burst.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
I mean Covenant Woven
the
skill. Wait, Lyric wins this, what?
Yeah, it's a win. That card draw drew exactly what Lyric needed.
You know what? Like, truly a gacha game. All I have to say. Yeah, and then Summon will do the exact damage needed to finish off Yai.
It's really interesting. We are seeing so much power of RNG this week.
Yeah, tune the Liu-Su. That's the skill.
Oh man.
Yeah, Lyric had like the perfect amount of dice and the perfect hand to just barely beat out Dual Lyric.
Sealy really just shone down from the heavens, giving the double woven right up the alley.
Yeah, there it is. That's the win.
That's amazing.
Honestly, yeah, no, that is so hype.
We're really lucky this week. We are eating well.
Good, yeah, no, for sure. I am like eating a nice full 4-course meal here with all this gameplay and all these hype moments. But yeah, that is like one lucky gamer.
Truly a gacha game, like you said.
Pulled the exact cards you needed to win. Damn. I think though that is round 4, so I would love to take a look at the brackets once again, to take a look at who our 5-0 could be. We can get that up soon, it'd be great. But here it is. Here is bracket.
Oh, Shin is on 4-0.
Oh, Shin is 4-0. Unfortunately, we'll be down paired though. What is Shin running? Shin is running the Shenhe SC. So, unfortunately, the Tartaglia deck didn't quite make it, which is a bit unfortunate.
That's a shame.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame, but Shenhe SC, I know, it's still pretty exciting. It's got big damage, but I'd love to see more off-meta decks make it in.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, well, I mean, it could be worse, you know. We might have seen like Bin Mirror
Oh yeah,
if we were
no.
forced to commentate on
It could
that.
be infinitely worse.
Yeah.
But before we hop into round 5, since it seems like all of our stream games are done, we're going to take a little bit of a break to refresh ourselves and cool us down after that really intense game. Oh, that was a hype one.
Really.
Truly exciting. We're going to take a short little break. We'll see you guys back at the start of round 5 with hopefully another exciting dose of gameplay.
See you guys.
Hello, hello, hello. We are back for round number 5, this time without Sumi, and with me and Zillow. Toji and Zillow this time.
Hi everyone,
both the
it's
new
me
people.
again. Yep.
Alright, if you would just like to
So,
go ahead, Zillow.
Yeah. So right now we'll be going into our final round shortly. As it stands, we are quite sure there hasn't been a 5-0 decided next, so we'll be watching this round first and then we'll be roaming from there to see what happens next.
Hopefully, we'll be able to get 1-5-0 today.
I mean, it's been a pretty interesting week.
First up, we have I can't read that. Binzu and we have Binzu up first with their
Binzu with Shenhe SC.
I can't read the name.
My screen is actually glitching out a little bit, so I can't read the names either.
I just instinctively recognize Binzu's name, honestly.
Well, but yeah, we've got Agent EC up against Shenhe SC. Two very meta decks so far. Oh, and it looks like Mask is getting out the Hubby card pretty early as well as the Wharf. So a lot of draw coming out. Pretty good starting hand, I would say.
I think Binzu's pretty limited on resources right now, though.
They are going for Chongren opening.
Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but
yeah. So Chongyun into Raiden, same move as they made last round. So we'll see if it pays off for them this time.
Excited to see the gambling. I want to see.
The gacha game of all time.
My favorite gacha game, TCG. Seems like pretty unfortunate rolls this time. Yeah, seems like pretty unfortunate rolls.
Yeah,
tuning.
Not really good dice.
At the very least, he has cards to sack.
Yeah, but that Sumericity, we are probably going to see it come out this turn. But not quite enough cards on hand to proc its effect right now, unfortunately. And the dice aren't looking too good for Binzu. Oh yeah, I made a mistake. I thought Binzu was on top.
No, Binzu is the one we're watching. Binzu is the streamer.
Yep. Oh, looks like possibly Liban end turn. But Sumeru going up first. So the question is, do they end or do they swap first? Oh. Ah yes, they'll be ending their turn. So Official's gonna be eating that 4 damage from Raiden's burst.
So, is that
not
8
exactly
cards?
Ideal this early on, but it should be not that bad. Oh, and one thing to note, Binzu does have the Send Off on hand. So if the Shenhe burst comes up, it'll be going right back.
Sending Shenhe's clone back into the Shadow Realm immediately. How rude.
Okay.
Honestly, the
Still
card
pretty
disparity
lucky
is kind of
cards.
terrifying.
Yeah, that is true. Especially when you notice that Binzu did in fact use the Wharf at the start. So this card disparity is really, really intimidating. Okay, but they do have 2 of their healing locations on hand. So they could go for the stronger single target heal with Cathedral or the spread out heal from Sanguinamia Shrine. Either way will be free, so definitely gonna see them use one of them this turn. Yeah, and it looks like Mask is gonna be getting ready to use that Shenhe burst here, which we do know will be going right back to the Shadow Realm, thanks to Send Off on Binzu's hand. Oh, quite surprisingly though, we haven't seen Binzu equip Lucky Dog yet, possibly saving it for Agent, since they want to play more aggressive now, I'm guessing.
And then we get to see the send-off from Shenhe. Unfortunate for Mask.
Back to the Shadow Realm. Ah, yes. And the Lucky Dog does go on to Ocean it into the discounted Sumeru skill. Now they are deciding which heal to use, I suppose. Probably send Mia Shrine here, because only Fischl is at low health, and you can't exactly swap to her now.
All around, I feel like both players have so many cards, but at the start, Binzu was definitely like running around for cards.
Yeah. If Binzu didn't draw that Wharf on turn 1, it would be pretty bad. But
Yeah.
Mask is in an interesting spot now, because they do not have Icy Quills, as they went straight into Shenhe Burst. So I do presume they are going to Shenhe skill here, or just end turn from one. And that Chongyun Burst is ready, so someone is going to get knocked out the moment he comes in. Oh.
Honestly, though,
Okay,
pretty
Anthem.
excited to see how everything plays out, because right now it feels like they're pretty neck and neck, at least from my view.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you'll be right, because Fischl is still alive, and could possibly be used to sacrifice and tank a huge hit. So it's not exactly too precarious of a position. Oh! Agent Tanglin is on Binzu's hand now, so that is going to be a really tanky Pyro Agent, with Lucky Dog and the Tanglin card equipped. I mean, I would say the game is in Binzu's favor right now, though we don't know what is on Mask's hand. So we'll have to see. Mask is at a lot of cards right now, I believe quite close to 10.
A lot of possibilities with that hand right now.
Yeah, 9 cards, that is a lot. Yep, Shenhe's skill coming off. Possibly looking at another summon, yes. Shenhe looking quite poised to swap out now, because you really don't have much you can do. As you don't, unless you have an energy card, which I'm not sure if Mask has, there's really not much value of a move you can do on Shenhe right now. Yep, we do see the fast swap coming in. Oh! Oh, Trolley Burst.
Bye-bye.
Oh, this might be bye-bye. Ah, yes. That Ocean is going down.
Goodbye, Oceanid.
Oh, this is a huge
It was nice
coming.
knowing you.
Off to the Shadow Realm.
Pretty interesting though, honestly, right now, because it was, you did say you were thinking possibly in Binzu's favor, but with the amount of cards on both ends, it's really hard to see who's really going to be coming out on top.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with Shenhe SC. The tide of the game can change instantly, and we just saw that happen with the Fresh Wind of Freedom. And we do see them going for that second move into the Agent. Some nice damage, but Agent's gonna heal back up to 8 with that talent card, and the Lucky Dog. Oh, but we are not gonna be seeing Agent use it here, I think. Because important to note that Binzu does have I Haven't Lost Yet on hand, so we might be seeing an Agent burst here. And I think that might be the play Binzu is going for. Keeping in hand to possibly trick Mask into thinking Chongyun is safe. But no, Chongyun, Mask isn't gonna take that risk. Possibly manually charge up that burst. Oh, but Binzu does have Cathedral on hand, so the Agent's gonna be healed a lot.
A lot of different possibilities
one
you can be going for. Oh, never mind.
Is... oh, yeah, swapping to Fischl and probably gonna use that Cathedral, I presume. Oh, skill, yeah, that is actually a much... Yep, so we are gonna see more Electro Charge at the end of this turn. I believe it will take out Shenhe here, because 3 summons and Oz. Yep, that is a dead Shenhe.
Bye-bye, Shenhe. Your clone. The clone was turned into the Shadow Realm, and now Shenhe herself is turned into Shadow Realm as well.
Oh, this is actually looking pretty close here. for both sides, because we don't know if Mask has any more of those Cryo Resonance hiding on in their hand.
Yeah, they've used a lot of cards, but even so, they still have a pretty big deck for right now.
Pretty decent hand on Binzu's side still. They did get the Hash Brown, so if they do need to heal, well, they can do so if needed. But it looks like Fischl will be going down here if Binzu does not stop out.
Honestly, this is looking
They could possibly
very
go for
close.
an Overloaded on Chongyun to force a swap to Raiden. And it's a shame, if Binzu had energy cards right now, a Fischl Burst here would instantly win the game. That's something I just noticed.
No energy.
If you have like
Sad.
Tox's Arts, just one Fischl Burst and boom, the game is won. Possibly strategize. I'm not sure about Binzu's deck list actually. If they have any energy cards on their deck. But it's possible, you know. Though I personally wouldn't risk it. Going for a late game strategize like that.
Oh,
thank you.
and there's the deck.
Yeah, their deck list is up here. Ah yes, they do have Star Signs. But it is only one copy, yeah, so a bit too risky to fish for it to strategize here. You might end up with a hand you don't really want. Yeah, I respect the choice to not risk it.
And the deck disappears into the Shadow Realm, waiting to be useful again.
Another one for the Overlords. Yeah, it looks like Mask is really taking their time to decide here. Oh, the timer is almost down. Ah, yeah, toss up.
The last minute time stall?
Possibly? I don't know. We might be
They
seeing a
did
time
just
stall
use a
again.
guard. Thinking. Though that does give also Binzu more time to think about their strategy, so.
Yeah, that is true.
Very interesting to see what exactly both
right
will
now
be going
on
for
hand,
here.
I mean, they do still have a second Lucky Dog on their hand, have not foddered it yet. Oh. Mask going for Liban here, not really showing much.
Mayhaps they have some terrible dice on that side.
Possibly. Though I'm not sure you survive another turn here for Liban to go off. Because at the end of this turn, right, if Binzu were to just end right here, those summons are going to clean up Chongyun and Raiden. I mean, another play Binzu could even do is just equip Lucky Dog on Fischl and skill heal up to 7. Maybe even Hash Brown up to 9. You might not even need Agent's Burst here. Because you can just skill and then Fischl Burst, which is already enough damage.
You'd say Binzu's probably more in the lead right now? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it does take out Fischl. My bad. I should have seen that. Yeah, that is high damage.
Binzu has had a lot of time to think over their strategy, so let's see what they decide to play. Because this could go either way right now, honestly.
I mean, yeah, looks like they're gonna just take out that Chongyun right away, waste no time. Oh, I'm not sure why they equipped Lucky Dog right there. Oh wait, no, that was... Oh, they didn't go for burst.
And Agent's healed up to full. Wow.
Interesting play though. It seems like Mask doesn't have Lotus on hand, which is really unlucky. It would really help a lot in this situation. And yeah, swapping to Raiden. I think Binzu is possibly just gonna end their turn here. I mean, in a pretty good spot, you know, those summons in the back will definitely clean up whatever Mask has left on their side, so Binzu just stalling for time right now. As long as Agent survives this whatever attack, Mask is gonna do, it's most likely a win. Because we haven't seen any Lotus come out, and it's unlikely that Mask is gonna pull one out right now, as opposed to at the start. Still possible though, still possible we might see another surprise Cryo Res. But yeah, it's looking quite like Binzu will be taking the win here. And yep.
Looks
yes,
like
I
it
forgot
will
to
be game
notice.
here.
Yeah.
Oh?
yes- Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
oh,
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I think
Does
Mask wins
that
this.
kill? Does that
I
kill?
think so. Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Oh,
Binzu
wait,
lives
what?
on 1 HP.
Oh, barely. Barely.
Oh,
Oh, that was so close.
oh. Hmm. Yeah, it killed Oceanid earlier with the 10, but the agent has a shield on
that
right
was
now.
really, really close. You know,
That
that
means-
send-off definitely carried a lot of weight here.
Yeah.
Because if the Shenhe burst had still been on the field, that would have instantly killed the agent.
Looks
Well,
like
that was
it is
definitely
a
an
Binzu
interesting
win
game.
here. It was switching back and forth for a long time, but in the end, Binzu did come out on top.
Indeed.
Honestly, it was like so close for most of that though, because the entire time I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
at
maybe
the end-
Binzu's winning this. Wait, but then Mask is coming back.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, that Chongyun burst gave me flashbacks. You know, and that surprise I haven't lost yet into burst. If Shenhe, like I said, if Shenhe burst had summoned, had still be on the field, there it would have definitely killed. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would say send off save Binzu's game there.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Binzu would lose there to the burst, but I didn't realize that the Fatui agent had some shields on. Managed to live on exactly 1 HP. Very clutch.
Yeah, I was quite sure that would have knocked him out, but yeah, the Shenhe Icy Quill only adds 1.
Alright, and we'll be looking over the bracket once more. Seems like we still don't have any 5-0s on the board, but we'll see soon how Shin's match goes. Well, and if Shin does not get a win here, then I suppose we don't have a 5-0 for this weekly, which is very surprising, honestly. I feel like I don't keep up too much on the weeklies, but I feel like every weekly I've ever seen, there has been a 5-0, so that'll be interesting to see if there is no 5-0 for this time.
Yeah, it'll be quite a rare event if there is no 5-0, because, you know, this week in particular has definitely been a really intense week for EU. Because seeing a lot of these meta decks competing and some off-meta performing surprisingly well as well. It's definitely been really fun and intense few games here.
Yeah, honestly, it was really fun watching everyone play because there were a lot of close matchups here. A lot of people going to timer.
You know? Yeah.
Honestly, so many people going to timer is so interesting because
Yeah, you know, everyone's just the stakes are much higher now.
I mean, there weren't a lot of stall. There were, as far as I remember, there wasn't really any stall decks this time, but there was still a lot of like close, almost a timer here, which was really interesting. That despite no stall decks, it got so close that like people were still like ringing out of their timer times.
Yeah, you know, their decks being so offensive that they actually end up needing to put even more time because one wrong move could just spell the end for the entire game.
Yeah, I love. Of course, it was once again just a lot of fun watching everyone because, obviously, I've said before, but I'm not very big on the TCG scene. Before this, but if you would just like to say anything, Zillow?
Yeah, not much left, you know, because It's been really fun, and now we are nearing the end of the week. It's been real fun, and so before we go, what is there left to do? Let's see.
Before we go, we'll just have a quick little shout out to Kaching Mains, of course, our main partner for GITCG, and also very big name in Genshin community in general, just for TCing both in the main game and in the side game, or well, in TCG. In here, TCG is the main game.
The main game. TCG
Main
Impact. Right. And anyway, also to add on to that, if you'd like to join tournaments or learn about all things TCG, you can always check out our Discord server at discord.gg/GITCG. That's our place where all the wonderful TCG players gather and discuss about all our whimsical deck strategies and join the tournaments, of course. Well, and let's see. One more region to go, and after that we'll have our majors on November 3rd to 5th. So during the downtime...
during the downtime between the regions and the majors, of course, GITCG is mainly a TCG server, but also we have a lot of different other events happening in the server. So even if you don't play TCG or you want something to do during the downtime, make sure to come visit us in the server.
Yeah, and it looks like that's all we have today. It's been an amazingly fun time.
Be sure to like the stream and, of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss the next regions and, of course, majors. And just in general, don't miss any streams.
Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Don't forget. That part's really important. Well,
yeah, make sure to subscribe.
Yeah.
And this was Toji, and
this is Zillowy. And
we'll be signing off now. It's fine.
Bye-bye.